we're going to jump into tables. So I'm going to make up some stuff. We've got X game status now. We've got a worldwide ID. Let's try and say like availability. Sponsor. And maybe we'll do name here. Just making this up. So what we want to do is kind of lock these into our columns, or work on spaces depending on if these are going to stay or be dynamic. So this can be a component as well. So for instance, I would like to make this text style. So I'm going to say this is a header 4. All right. So you can put this and or click them all, select them and say H4. One thing you can do too is if you're spacing, you can make this a component so it will slide with your tables as well. We're going to work on the other tables right now. So what we'll do is move on, and we're going to break this and just get some basic text. So regular text, and drop it to 16. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9-001. So this is his number, and availability is let's see. Available. And what we're going to do is make sure that this text is not set to uppercase. Same with this one to be sure. Yeah. All right. So we want this is like our headers area. So we want this to be our first table cell. So we're going to space this about 32, 48 pixels. So we want this to be a little bit stronger, so we're going to use it as this navy base. I think what we'll do I'll do status. Okay. I'll just do a date just for the heck of it. So since this is going to be a date, we can shrink that quite a bit and bring in the name. And let's start with Rodney Mullen. So this would be kind of cool too. Most tables don't have this, but we can do it. Just is we can throw in their sponsor logo, and we're just going to use this as a space. So I'm going to make that pretty small and move the sponsor over. And forgive me, I don't know what sponsors. I just grabbed some companies. So just for fun, we're just say Adidas. Okay. And we're going to set this fill to an image. All right. And status available. So it'd be kind of nice. We'll go back and check icon. We're going to look up, let's see, we've got the check already. Let's see, just for the heck of it, we'll do close. So we've got times circle, so we'll copy that one, copy it, come back to Figma, make sure it's font awesome and pro. All right, so now we got our close, and we're going to make that 24 pixels and see if he's available or not. So we probably want to check that's really similar to that. So we'll go back to check in the circle, check circle, copy, come back, paste. All right, so what colors do we have? I'll do the green or the pink because it's the active color, and not available is that kind of even though it's green, it's like a no. So I'm gonna stack these and align them, get the status right, and then make sure we've got enough room for not available. Kind of type out like the most you'll have. So if you know it's available or not available, type not available and check where you're at. So we've got the logo with the sponsor, the name, date, and the worldwide ID number. Just gonna space this just a little bit. So we don't need all that. All right, so let's get rid of that so we can see. So this is our table, but what we want to do is look at our spacing first before we make this a component. So I'm going to put this in the bottom, and actually I'm going to make it really light. And so even though this first one we don't want to be gray, we probably want it to be white. We'll want this in the background. So we want this as the space. So I'm just saying 84 right now, just watching my grid. All right. So we want to space this just a tiny bit. Let's do 24 because we got that over there. So now we've got our table, and I don't like the background like that, but what we can do is use that same one but drop it to 10 or 20%. 30 will work. And what we're going to do is duplicate this and bring it down to a 2. And sometimes if you have trouble aligning, you can select both of them and make sure you align to the bottom. And so now I know that this is the one on top. I'm going to go to 50%. I probably need to go to 100 to match all the others. All right. So now what we do is select it all, Option Command K. You have a component and it's a table. So now what we can do is duplicate this. We're going to take our table master out. So we'll have to play with that a little bit. And we're going to duplicate this by holding Option and Shift. And this one, and this one. All right, so we have, let's see, Bucky LASIK. Bob Burnquist and Eric Costin. Okay, so I have no idea who these guys are with, so sorry if I mess this up. I just have these logos available. So independent. Okay, so now this failed right here. What we're going to do is come back to this one and make sure we've got the space to do it. Okay, I think it's ENT, independent. Yeah. Is that right? Oh man, I hope I didn't mess it up. So you can quickly change the numbers here. So let's say, 3, 4, 7, 8. You've got 5, 6, 7, 8. And dates, I don't know. We're just making all this up so that we can quickly change it. But it's so nice when you're making comps for companies. So let's say 12 and 2020. All right. So what we want to do now is we can go into the image and choose our image. And what was that one? First one. I better know which one it was. Adidas. See that? I can throw independent in. It's so nice to be able to just quickly swap. I mean, these are tiny, but you get the idea. You can do all sorts of stuff. Santa Cruz. Plan B. Image. Choose image. Plan B. All right. So that's cool. So then now you can go in and say, like, which I didn't on here, we can name this available. And you can see below in these, it's starting to fill those out for you. So now we know which one is which. So let's say he's not available. And we'll say, whoops. He's available. So we're going to hide those so you can quickly get a sense of like variables that you can turn on and turn off. So this one, what we're going to do is go back to the back and hide it. Same with this one. Well, actually, let's keep this one and we'll hide this one and hide the back of this one. So you can quickly see how the table could be built.